What up, squad? So you guys just got your brand spanking new iPhone 14, 14 Plus, 14 Pro, as well as your 14 Pro Max. And usually 99% of you guys out there, when you get your phones, you guys are setting them up completely wrong. Don't trip. That's okay. That's why I'm here, because in this video right here, y'all, I'm going to show you the first 19 plus things that you guys need to do right away, as well as some bonus stuff as soon as you guys get your brand new iPhone. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into the first thing. All right, y'all, so starting with number 19, and we're going to work our way down here to that number one thing, and that is no particular order, y'all. But first, guys, I always change my iPhone's default name to just something different that's a little bit more unique to me. So to do this, all you guys have to do is go to your settings. You're gonna go to general, about, and then tap on name. Now just go ahead and type in your new name, and just like that, y'all, you're good to go. Now the reason why I personally do this, y'all, is because let's say somebody wants to, I don't know, airdrop you a photo or something like that, or share a Wi-Fi password with you. It's just a whole lot easier for them to be able to recognize your phone over the other 10 or 20 other iPhones that may actually pop up depending on, you know, how close you are to people, especially if you're in something like an airport or something like that. Y'all know it's iPhone season up inside of them things, so it just makes your phone easily more identifiable, so that way people can send you stuff and you won't be sending it to the wrong phone. Now number 18, y'all, is making sure your iPhone, when you first take it out of the box and get everything set up, is checking to make sure that there's 0 updates needed for your phone, because depending on when you guys actually purchase your device, because literally I purchased mine on day 1 and I still got an update on this phone, so you definitely want to make sure you guys keep your device current with software bugs or patch fixes or some new features that they may come out with. To do this, all you guys have to do is you're going to go to your settings, you're gonna go to general, and you're gonna tap on software updates. Now if there is a new update, it's gonna show up right there for you guys. All right, so moving on along, y'all, we got number 17. Now this one is an important one, because you could have a faulty iPhone 14, 14 Plus, 14 Pro, or Pro Max and not even know it until it is too late, y'all, and that is checking to make sure your battery health is at 100%. Now if you guys are on this screen right here and your battery health does not say 100% on a brand spanking new iPhone coming right out of the box, then I'm telling you right now, grab your car keys, hop in the car, drive to the nearest Apple store, y'all, and return it immediately and get you guys a new phone, because what they did was they gave y'all a faulty phone with a poor battery in it that's not going to be able to hold a charge that well. So in order for you guys to get to the screen and check your battery's health, you're going to go to settings, you're going to go to battery, and then you're going to tap on battery health, and your maximum capacity should show 100%. Again, if it don't, take that bad boy back and get your money back, or get you a brand new phone. All right, number 16, y'all, is setting up my camera resolution. So let's go ahead and do that. So to get to this screen here, let's go to settings, and we're gonna scroll down to the bottom, and we're gonna tap on camera. Now in here, y'all, we gotta change quite a bit, so definitely make sure you guys keep up. Now, starting with formats. Now in here, we wanna go ahead and change it from high efficiency to most compatible. Now, the reason why I personally do this, y'all, is because JPEG to me is just much more of a compatible file type than HEIF or HEVC. Now keep in mind, JPEGs will take up more space on your device, but it is also more compatible when taking them off your phone and dragging them to a computer. So there is a trade-off on that. All right, y'all, so number 15, we're gonna go ahead and stay right on this screen, and we wanna switch photo capture to Apple Pro RAW, as well as the Pro RAW resolution to 48 megapixels. Now, this would allow you guys to have way more flexibility of editing the photos that you guys take on your brand new iPhone 14, while also maintaining that crispiness of resolution. All right, so number 14 is gonna kind of vary depending on the type of person you are. So we're gonna go back to this main camera screen, and we're going to go to record video. Now we want to go ahead and set this to either 4K 24, 4K 30, or 4K 60. Now I tend to actually keep mine around like the 4K 30 mark, but these cameras, y'all, are just too good to be filming in 1080p anything, so make sure you guys at least switch it to 4K. All right, so number 13, stand on the screen, y'all, I turn on HDR video as well. Now this is going to give us the highest quality for increasing that high dynamic range when it comes to getting more details in what you guys are capturing with your cameras. So guys, definitely make sure you turn this feature on. All right, y'all, so moving right along to number 12, the next thing we got to turn on is lock camera, y'all. Now this is something I do personally, y'all, because I don't really like when the iPhone camera in itself just switch between the different lenses when I'm not really wanting it to actually do it, whenever I'm getting closer to a subject or if I'm actually moving further away from the subject. Now, don't get me wrong, it is a dope feature in itself in theory, but only when I actually want it to happen, which is not all the time at all. So what I do is I turn this off to prevent that from happening ever. All right, so number 11, we're gonna go into record slow-mo. Now, I either set this to 1080p at 120 frames per second or 1080p at 240 frames per second. Now, to be honest with y'all, it all depends on how much of a slow-mo effect that you guys are going for. Now, 240 frames per second is gonna give you a much slowed down video than 120 frames per second. But whatever you guys do, there's no need to ever use 720p at 240 frames per second when you got crispy 1080p at 240 frames per second. I mean, you paying for the resolution, so you might as well use it. All right, y'all, so number 10 is a new feature with the iPhone 14 Pro, and that is the ability to record using Apple Cinematic Mode at 4K 24 frames per second and 4K 30 frames per second, which is a big deal. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, it's really got me side-eyeing my high-end expensive ass cameras a little bit, because I used cinematic mode the other day, y'all, when I unboxed this phone here. If you want to check that video out, it's right up here on the card. And I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I was blown away by what it can actually do and the quality that it can actually record in. But just make sure to set this to either 4K option, so that way you get all of the sauce whenever you're using that feature. All right, y'all, so number 9, let's go ahead and change the preserve settings on this phone. Now, this is a feature here that's going to keep whatever camera settings that you guys use on your phone last, meaning the next time that you guys go back into your camera, it's going to preserve and keep all of those settings the way you had it the moment that you left out of it, and it's not going to switch everything back to Apple's default. So for this, y'all, I turn on my camera mode. So what this means is if I last used video on my camera, the next time I actually go back into the camera app, it's going to go ahead and stay on video instead of switching back to the default photo option. Now, I also turn on portrait zoom, I turn on Apple Pro RAW, and then I also turn on live photos. All right, y'all, so number 8, and the last thing that we're going to talk about under the camera that we need to change, y'all, is mirror front camera. Now, this is going to make sure that the photo or video that you guys take on your iPhone will look the exact same way that you guys are seeing it on the screen as the viewfinder and what your camera is seeing, and that it won't actually flip the image after it actually takes it, or the photo or video that you guys are recording. Trust me, y'all, you want to definitely make sure you guys turn this one on. All right, so number 7, the next thing that I make sure to do, in which I hope that I never have to use this feature, and that is put my emergency contacts into this phone. Now, this way, with the new feature of crash detection, if I'm ever in a car accident, it's going to make sure to contact my emergency services as well as notify my emergency contact, so that way they're going to be notified and informed as well. So to set this all up, and hopefully you guys don't ever have to do this, but you need to go into your settings, go into emergency SOS, and you're going to scroll all the way down to where it says emergency contact. Now, you're going to set this up within the health application. Again, I hope that none of y'all ever have to use this, but it is best to be over prepared than to ever be under prepared whenever you guys need it, because as you guys can see right here, when I had my personal bad accident last year, I could have definitely used this feature here, y'all, and I appreciate Apple for adding this feature onto these phones. All right, y'all, so number 6, before we get into showing y'all how I actually set this up, we got to switch everything to dark mode. Now, setting your phone to dark mode has 2 key advantages, y'all, and that is, number 1, saving your eyes from going freaking blind from looking at a bright white screen, especially if you in the dark. If you in the dark and you got a white screen on, man, hey, just go sit in the corner. Like, what are you doing? All right, number 2, it can significantly help save on your battery life. So to do this, you want to go into your settings, you're gonna go to display and brightness, and you're gonna set dark at the top. You're welcome. All right, so number 5 is a new feature that is exclusively on the iPhone 14 Pro as well as the 14 Pro Max lineup, and that is always on display. Now, this is a must-have for me, y'all, when it comes to this phone, as it is a huge selling point to enjoying this phone in general, as well as the new lock screen features for iOS 16. So to turn this feature on, y'all, just go to settings, go to display and brightness, and scroll to the bottom and just turn on always on. Now, when you guys lock your phone, it will dim the display and just set the screen refresh rate to 1 Hz instead of at 120 Hz, which is just a dope feature to preserve the battery life over time. All right, y'all, so number 4 is under messages, and that is filtering my messages from unknown senders from my known contact. Listen, y'all, this is a huge one for me, since here in the US, y'all, we get a ton of spam calls, we get a ton of spam text messages, like on a daily freaking basis. Like, it's out of control here, y'all. So since I don't want to actually see any of these messages mixed in with the people that I know, I instantly separate those out, and I can still access them if I need them, just in case like something that I really wanted to see kind of slips through the crack. So in order for you guys to do and set this up, you want to go to your settings, you're going to go to messages, and you're going to scroll down towards the bottom, and and you're gonna turn on filter unknown senders. And just like that, y'all, you're good to go. All right, y'all, so number 3 is a big one, y'all, to getting this screen set up like this, and that is removing any default apps that I know I'm never gonna use, so that way I can clean up my screen, so that way I can set it up to look like this, like the way that y'all been seeing it look throughout this entire video. So definitely make sure you guys clean up any applications that you're never gonna use, and you know, that way you can get your screen looking clean. All right, y'all, so number 2 is setting up my lock screens. Now I have a bunch here, y'all, that you guys are seeing right here on the screen that just looks just so freaking dope. Now I personally like this whole depth effect that it kind of gives us here on the screen, but as of right now, you can only get this depth effect if you guys don't use widgets on your lock screen. And since I actually like this effect, I don't actually use widgets on my screen because I do like, you know, I want that, you know, kind of separation here that you guys can see. It just looks way cleaner. Now I'm going to be doing a whole video where I'm going to showcase exactly how, as well as where I got all of these images that you guys are seeing right here, so that way you can set your lock screen up this way as well. So definitely be on the lookout for that. All right, y'all, so number 1 is setting up these icons, y'all. Again, this will be in the next video because this video here is just already too long to kind of go through this entire setup here, but I definitely want to make sure I set up my icons so that way my theme of my phone is going to look, you know, it's going to look saucy, right? It's not going to look like everybody else's iPhone. So definitely make sure you guys set up all of your icon packs here and just get your phone looking saucy. But let me know, y'all, which feature or setting did you guys change on your phone from this video here that you guys may not have known that you can even do until you saw this video? So let me know down in the comment section below. I love hollering at y'all down there, but be on the lookout also for that iPhone home screen setup video. And like always, y'all, don't forget to make your move and always remember your why, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Tell me this home screen ain't dope.